In today's training, I will be walking you through the League Scheduler tool and some of the new added features. To begin, you'll go to the League Scheduler tab located under your Schedule tab. Once you've made it to the League Scheduler tab, if you click Create League Schedule to begin the process. From here, you will select the team of the league schedule you'd like to create. In this case, we'll create a boys baseball varsity. Next, you'll select the default time. In this case, you can either select the option to look at the home team default, which will look at the teams involved and their team defaults that they have set up under each one of their baseball varsity teams. Or you can select a default time to be given if they do not have a team default set up. In this case, I'll select 7 p.m. as my backup if they do not have a home team default. From there, you'll select the number of teams involved. In this case, we'll choose 6. And then you've got the officiating selection. This is very similar to how the home team default works. This looks at the default assigning group set up underneath the baseball boys varsity teams of the 6 teams involved in the league schedule. Once you've done that, you'll select the dates for any games that this league schedule will have matchups on. So if every game is played on Friday, you'd select your Fridays, but then you have one-off days every Tuesday where a couple teams play. You'd select those dates as well. If you did want to mirror this same schedule to next year but swap home and away, you could do that in this step right here by selecting mirror to next year and then clicking swap home and away. A lot of times leagues will set up kind of a 2-year league schedule based off of what they kind of have selected as their matchups this year. Once you've selected your dates, you'll go click Save. This will take you to the next step where you can set up a second league schedule for an additional team. Maybe you wanted to set up a boys JV baseball league schedule at the same time that you set up the boys varsity. Here you could do that by adding an additional schedule, selecting your level that you'd like to create, and what it will do is create a framework of the exact same league schedule. Now it will not create the games, but it will create the framework for you to then go in, make any edits, change out any teams that you need to. But in this step, we'll go ahead and click Next. From here, you will select the teams involved in the league schedule. And this new step was added recently, and this will now give you the opportunity to hide any matchups in case you don't have all teams playing on one specific date. In order to do that, you'll click the Edit pencil right over here located on the right hand side. And when you do that, if you do have matchups that you need to hide, maybe you only have one game that day instead of 3, if you click right here where it says hide, it will hide that matchup. Maybe you only had 4 teams playing on this Friday, you could do that there. Maybe on this Tuesday you only had 1 team playing, you could hide those matchups, set your different matchups here, and keep going down until you've got your schedule pretty much set for the entire year. Once it's been set, you can click the Save button right up here on the right hand side. It'll save this current matchup set that you've got. You'll see those matchups have been saved. If you did need to email the league before actually posting these games, you click Email League. If you wanted to see these matchups with the teams involved, you can click up here where it says Print. It'll give you a print preview of that and show you the actual teams involved in the matchups instead of just numbers. But if you were ready to actually create this league schedule, you'd come right down here to where it says Create Games, click Create Games, hit Create Games, and it will create those games. You do get a message here that you're about to create 12 games, and it's not reversible. Once you do create a league schedule, you cannot delete a league schedule or make any edits. The edits must be made by the teams involved. That's the League Scheduler. Hope you enjoyed this training. Thank you.